10 teams out there, all trying to do their damnedest to get a place in the semi-final, or at least avoid relegation to the B division of curling.
So Italy looking for this one top of the tee line, so ideally 2-3 stones higher than where it's ended up.
No score in the game between Scotland and Czechia. 2 ends gone. Nothing doing. Nothing doing earlier on for the Scots as well in our feature game. Tough old time. Lost the big end and lost the game by somewhat. What's the story? You were, of course, close to the Scottish players. What's going on?
I don't know, Richard.
They haven't had a bad autumn, as a matter of fact.
No, they haven't. They just seem to be struggling this week, especially the kind of middle order. Just don't seem to be kind of stringing 2 shots together. But I guess it's all about trying to get a bit of confidence these last few games, and even if you don't make the playoffs, it's still about just gaining confidence, especially being an Olympic season. Olympics are only 73 days away now.
And counting.
And, yeah, absolutely. And for those girls, being part of the biggest sporting event in the world is a big deal. So they're going to need to kind of figure out maybe what didn't go so well this week and work on it.
I mean, they had a good Europeans a year ago. You know.
Yeah, they've had a couple of bronze medals, Rebecca and the girls at the Europeans. So you get weeks like this, though, Richard. Like you do. Like you can't kind of be in the top of your game all the time.
And there's nothing you always put the finger on either about why it's happening.
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Sometimes it's something quite evident that you're maybe just not quite getting right. That could be from ice reading to maybe working out how you're working with your coaches, the team dynamics within the team. But then sometimes you feel like everything's great and you're just not making the shots.
Yeah. There's not a big difference between magic and misery, is there? Let's face it.
No, and especially curling, it comes down to such fine margins. And unfortunately, just the wrong side of the inch so far this week. But they have still got 3 games left, and playing Czech Republic just now, who are on 0 and 6.
Yeah.
So
that should be a banker for Scotland.
hopefully,
should, yeah.
Yep, fingers crossed.
They have good background staff behind them as well, Eve, that'll keep them right, or try and keep them right. Tactics at the right time.
That's it. It's about calling a smart game for the way the team's playing as well, isn't it? You'll know that as best as anyone, Dave. Like, you've got to play to your team's advantages or their strengths. Yeah.
Amongst the other games, the Turks have got a 2-0 lead against Switzerland. Corey Hullemer for Switzerland this week. Not the usual foursome. Elena Patz and Tirinzoni. They have been beaten in their national championship many months ago, but they'll still be there in the Olympic Games.
This is a better one. Okay. Ideally, she could have sat in front of that yellow if let it draw a little bit more. Sorry.
Just keeping it as simple as possible. We've got the chance to remove the German stone, so ideally doesn't want to roll behind the corner guard or take their own.
Oh, I thought she was.
So that opens up the corner guard for Germany, a chance to play the outturn drop in behind the corner.
And there, the right call.
Ignore the Italian stone.
The Scottish girls as well, I thought some of at the times they weren't taking the right ice for shots as well. They're catching guards and draws and just needing to tighten up on that as well. Such big swings here. You can pass the guard by 6 inches.
You can, absolutely.
And get round the corners.
Yeah.
At one point they even hit half the guard.
Second shot now from Zoe Antes. 22 years of age, born in Füssen, nowadays lives in the big city, Munich, but still gets back to Füssen to curl. one of the centres of curling in Germany, at the foot of the Bavarian Alps. Lovely.
And behind the guard, a little deep if anything, but Italy can see it.
Yeah,
Try and move
come on
it.
the outside maybe.
Just taking a shot across the ice here for us. And that was Denmark about to play. They're 1-up against Lithuania. Norway against Sweden. And the story in that one is 1 Norway. Two top teams in the tournament thus far. Marianne Røvik against Anna Hasselborg. Good. Round the guard.
Yeah, lovely shot. Just left a nest for Germany. Back of the tee line. Chance for her to come round the corner guard again. But this time she's got some backing and a little nest back there she can draw up to.
Abbas, the one with the experience behind her.
T-weight, they're shouting. They're happy with the weight. Try and swing from...
Not sure what kind of sweeping that's doing, but
This is groovy sweeping.
she's trying something. I think you better just stand and looking at it.
Yeah, I'm assuming she hasn't been taught to do that.
Someone's showed her to do that because I'm not sure she made that up.
Fusen Juniors.
I was going to say, I've never seen anybody else do it, have you?
No.
Her weight wasn't bad, just didn't get the line right with that one. Wide open. To be removed. So if one of your team was doing that, Eve, what would you say?
Stop wasting your energy. I'm very much about the kind of spirit of the game as well, because she was blatantly trying to slow the stone down. And curling isn't a sport that we should be able to find ways to slow the stone down.
Right.
Sweeping is all about dragging the stone slightly further.
Yeah.
Helping it curl, yes. Helping it stay straight, yes. But I think slowing it down. If we manage to figure out a way to slow the stone down, then you'll be able to sit in the hack and throw any weight really, and you're going to make the shot if you can use the brushes in that way.
Well, explain to me how it was slowing the stone down. I'm not quite sure. She was sweeping across a bit. Wherever she swept across it,
I think
she was presumably heating the ice up a little bit.
Yeah, but I just think with the big strokes coming from the outside, all she was trying to do was maybe get some frost under her brush.
Okay. Well, no complaints from everybody so far. As if there had been, I'm sure they wouldn't be doing it. We'll see. There may be questions after the event is over. Back to the World Curling Federation for a new judgment right now. The judgment here for the Italians. The next shot. 2 up at the moment. Don't have the last stone, but Stefania Constantini to play. And playing rather better than she was when we saw her a couple of games ago.
So looking to come around the outside of the corner guard again. We see big curl
This
on
is
the
a
edge of
tough
the
shot.
feet. It is that.
I think I'd be trying to freeze the red on the right, but it is there if she gets her line right.
Zardini Lagitelli just moving the brush out a little bit further. At the request of Constantini here. The play takes so long. So long. So long. And finally, as if she's unaware that the clock is ticking, and, you know, if the Italians get shorter time at the end, we know where the problem lies.
Good line.
It looks a nice shot.
Yeah, she put a lovely shot. Well done. And
Great
hangs
shot.
on.
Hey.
Beautifully played. It was worth the wait, Richard.
I was about to say that. It was. So pressure continuing on Germany. Here comes Kim Suter to try and sort it all out. just 22. Started curling, what? Only about 8 years ago. A lot of these people start when they're very, very young.
So looking to play the same shot round the left corner guard as we look at it. With the out turn, they've got a little bit of a pocket they can come to with the two yellows there. But make sure and put it in a position that Stefania can't play that same shot again. We see some great curl.
Coming in with the out turn then, it gives the handle a twist.
Very nice delivery, very smooth. What's the weight like? Certainly not wide. This is tight, if anything.
It is, isn't it? It's curling hard. They've got to get it past the corner guard. I think it is past. It all depends on the weight now. They need to bring it either right back so Stefania can't play the same shot again.
Whoa, whoa, you're taking out the other side. It's line shot, I think. Second shot, should I say. Well played.
Little help from Emira Abbas there, bringing that stone down into the house, and there you can see it. Yeah, it's closer than any of the Italians right now. So what do you think?
So just ignoring the German stone and going to draw to the wing and just separate the stone that's already counting for Italy. So if Stefania can draw one to the left-hand side as we look at it, make sure and out-count the red, then she's going to be sitting 2. And Germany have no option but to score 1. But you got to make sure they're level and there's no double takeout available.
So got to go around that red stone in the house.
It doesn't even need to be buried, Richard, as long as it's level with the other yellow, but out counting the red. But ideally, if it is behind the red, then that's absolutely fine.
Well, if it wasn't buried, it may be in line with the other one, possibly set up double. No?
Yes, absolutely. That's, you just got to make sure they are in line.
Would that mean a 2 if she got to?
She made the double, yep.
Yeah.
But
Okay, first of all, got to make this shot.
wide line. I would take it back a little bit. Make sure you're dead level, which I think she's. Is she okay? Yeah, she's okay. Don't think there's a double takeout there, so Germany either can play the hip for their 1 or draw the forfeit.
Show us the overhead view, will you? Do you mind? Please?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, go on. Well, we'd like to see it, even if only for a moment.
Sure.
Yeah, they're thinking about the double, you see,
They
but
are, yeah. Maybe it is there. It's just
Well,
hard to see from that angle, isn't
it is, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. There you go. What do you think now?
Bruce Mowat wouldn't think twice about that. It's there.
Yeah, it's a big weight though. Richard
Yeah.
hit 7/8 of it and just budge the yellow, possibly a foot.
I guess they don't want to have another steal against them. They've already had 1. So here she goes then. The young vice skip of this German team. This in Pfonten. Never heard of it. Once a resident of Füssen, as we were saying a bit earlier. She's a sports soldier, 1 or 2 of the Germans sports soldiers, as they call them. Nominally out there marching around the place, but not really.
Yeah, it looks
Confusion. Well played. Well played. Lovely.
Yeah, good final shot. It puts the Germans on the board. Still the Italians lead 2 on the score. And still plenty of time for Germany to haul the Italians back. And who knows, could they get a win against this team that were really rather good last year, the Italians? Right, off you go. We're all set. Messen sail. Brother Felix has been in and out with the German team as well in this championship, not doing as well as they did last year when they took everybody by surprise, including themselves, I would say, when they won the gold medal. He even beat Bruce Mowat to do it in the final.
They played fabulously well, Richard. You've got to beat Bruce.
Yeah, Moskatovic himself was absolutely on fire, wasn't he? Right now, Germany 3 wins, 3 defeats, so they're still in contention. Scotland at the top in the men's division, 6 straight wins, followed by Italy and Sweden on 5, and then the Swiss on 4, and then it's Germany and Poland.
So looking to come round to the top of the forefoot. Italy got last stone, so trying to get in there first and done it very well.
Yeah, nicely hidden.
Which side do you want to go, right or left? Prefer the out turn. Try and weld up against that yellow with this next shot. Mezencel. Averaging 78% of her shots this week.
Oh, he looks a little tighter than an Italian stone, sweeping it hard for line.
It's not heavy anyway.
Yeah, it's curling close to the guard as well.
It's a guard.
It's very light, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Chance for Italy. Get another one in behind the guards. It's staggered slightly as well, so it's not easily or impossible to run that straight back onto the yellow in the rings.
Buona, poi esterna. 5. Non la vedo tanto veloce. Poi esterna, buona. 5, 4, 5.
Good line.
Okay.
All about the weight. The one is to cut from here in and sit on top of the yellow and play, but maybe try and take it past. Is it going to stop? That little nudge gives
Good enough.
Germany should possibly be trying to move those yellows. I see half, 2/3 of it past the guard on the right hand side, or left as we look at it now.
And just try and bump it back a little bit so then you sit on top.
Going for the dead draw on the other side of the sheet.
67%, as you can see, the tournament accuracy of Zoe Anters. She's not been on the ice every session. I think 4 altogether, and this is number 7. And I can't tell you whether the changes they've made in the German team during the course of this week have been forced by illness or injury, or just by shuffling the pack, trying something else.
Well, she's decided to draw the button. There you go.
Nice shot. Italy could maybe still get it round the end turn, round the left-hand side, play a little hack weight, bump and roll to the wing.
Probably should be trying that, Eve. Just bump it back, roll, because they're not going to play another shot like that. That is a cracker.
I was just going to say, I don't think she can do it again.
No.
These two teams have met once this season so far in one of the World Tour games. That was in September, the Women's Masters at Basel. And the score there was, I think I'm right in saying, a win for the Italians. Yes, it was. 5-1 was the score then.
Moving the guards. They have last stone. Try and open things up a little. Red on a red. Where's it going?
Oh. Do that again.
Well, that is a fantastic shot. You need luck to get those.
Lovely shot.
Wow. What a shame for the Germans.
5 out of 4
No
for
wonder
that.
you're smiling.
Yeah.
If I was you, I'd buy a ticket for the lottery tonight. Look at that. Millimeter perfect.
Second one from Mantis. Gets it.
Yeah, so open end. Stefania thinks she can maybe use the red at the left-hand side as a bit of a guard. She could get buried in behind it.
You may have noticed Amira Abbas stopping one of the stones there. It was on its way out against the barrier, and if it hits the barrier, then that is out of play. It's removed from the ice. She wasn't cheating in any sense, I promise you. A close-up of the piece of granite. made and shaped, I'm pretty sure, down in the southwest of Scotland. It was certainly taken from the Ailsa Craig Island just off the west coast of Scotland.
15-3. Peccato, questa era buona. 4 vedevo. Perché ha breccato un sacco. Non stavano negat! Stop trotzdem der Call!
Sorry, Mr. Sando, she doesn't seem absolutely convinced about the next shot.
No, hit and roll into the rings, Richard, or go round it. They should possibly be going round it. She hits this in the nose. Italy will just draw around it, I would suspect.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't want to nose it, does she? Ideally, roll into the rings. Got to curl a little for that, though. So Italy are going to have another free draw around the corner guard left-hand side. Just played it with the last. Should have seen how it ran, how much it curled. So it's got all the information.
There's Abbas, the one player here with a good deal of experience for Germany. She knows what it's like to medal at the Europeans. She did it in 2018, 2021, different teams. There we are. Can she do it this time around? The answer, I think, in short, is no. But where there's life, there's hope. I don't think she's statistically out of it yet.
Now, good swings here. Get the ice right. Weight right. You get right in behind that red stone.
This needs to curl.
A lot.
It's going to be wide open, I think.
It's awkward sweeping on that right-hand side, Ever. You can see the feet jumping up and down and hard work.
Maybe Soren taught her that technique.
Well, I think I'm right in saying is the mainstay in terms of sweeping for this Italian team. Seems to work awfully hard at it.
It's a similar technique to Rasmus Rana in Nicholas Edin's team, but maybe not quite as
colourful.
Yes, that's a good word. Like Rasmus has that kind of jump, which obviously they think is effective, so trying to copy them a little maybe.
The Varana jump forevermore, it will be called, by the way. We'll be featuring him and his team later tomorrow against Scotland. I'll give you the actual time if you like. 5 p.m. Bruce Mouat's team. I'm assuming Bruce will be back tomorrow. We're all hoping he will, although his team performed perfectly well without him today. Sweden, of course, with the great Nicholas Edin in charge still. The man a few years ago earned that well-deserved nickname, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And nobody's really done better than him thus far, although Bruce Mouat is on the way.
It's good to see the Scottish team performing without him, though, Richard. You never know you could get to the Olympics. And
yeah.
Bruce is unwell, and you have to play with the other guys, so good practice, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's good to see Kyle Waddle in the team. He's having a great season. He's got a new team this year. We've got James Craik's old front three and seem to be working very well in the top 10 in the world, qualifying in Grand Slams.
Suter with the shot, as you can see. It's an empty house right now, nothing doing. Going to be a blank, you would imagine. This is a mistake. Got to be. Oh, well, that's a bit deeper than she wanted to, I guess. This end number 4. There are 10 altogether, so with the score at 2-1, I think a little bit of caution at the moment from both these teams. Don't want to let the others get away from you.
It's looking just to hit this right on the nose, just exchange a few shots. Yeah, nice shot. Force Germany to hit it now. Germany need to make sure and stick around in the rings, then at least it'll force Stefania to throw her last one at the end. If she was to roll out, then I'm sure we'll see her throw it through and blank the end.
So the penultimate stone, that's okay. Or is it? Ooh, I think it's just hanging over the edge, so it's still a counter. So a blank any moment now. She'll take that stone out and have her own stone as well out of the rings.
So hit it on the left-hand side as we look at it. Richard, split it out. Score nothing. Retain the all-important last stone.
Are there any times you think, let's just take the one, let's take what's there rather than blank the end?
Yeah, there is sometimes that occasion, all depending on the scoreboard. It's quite early on in the game still.
She did it in another game we did. Remember, she hit it in the nose first end, Richard.
Not on this occasion, though. Takes the red out and has her own yellow out. There is no score. It remains Italy 2, Germany 1. There you go. A smiling Constantini. We like to see that. Sweden at 2-1 against Norway. Hasselborg against Rovik of Norway. Denmark playing Lithuania. Dupont 2-1 up in that one. And the other game going on, it's Turkey 3, Switzerland 0, yet to score. Corinne Hurlimann. Turkey, one of those teams, is sort of in and out. They produce something extraordinary, and then the next game they do nothing.
I totally agree. You never really know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Was it the very first game in the championship they played against Scotland, and what was it, 9-0?
Yep, they played very well. I watched that game, Richard, and they played very well. Which is great to see. It's good to see these emerging nations coming through.
Yeah.
And again, Turkey will have their go at the Olympic qualifying event in a couple of weeks' time out in Kelowna. Get one of the last 2 spots available for the Olympic Games.
And as we were saying, there's plenty of competition for that. German team will also be in that contest. Just thinking back for a moment, I don't know why, just remembering Andrea Schöp. Who could forget her? What a character. When she wanted something doing, you certainly heard about it.
Yeah, played Andrea many a time.
You always played tough. Tough but fair.
Yeah, I was actually quite scared of her, if I'm honest.
Well, of course, you were just a junior.
I was just young.
Yeah. Have you seen that she may have won by terrifying people? No, she had quite a lot of talent as well, it has to be said.
Yeah, not just in curling, like all round sport.
Yeah.
Biking, skiing, cross country. Remember times when we were playing the World Champs when there was rain and snow, and you'd be in the bus heading to the arena and you'd pass Andrea on her bike heading to the arena.
You sure she didn't pass you?
Well,
yeah, quite a clever mathematician as well. I think she taught at university. Real character.
nice shot by Italy. Really nice.
One of the things I remember about it was that she kind of sort of drifted away, I think, fallen out with the Federation at some point, and suddenly came back some years later and produced a terrific result. Was that the Olympics, around about 2010, or the Worlds? Something.
Yeah, she won the Worlds
remarkable.
in 2010.
There we are.
Yeah. She unfortunately beat me in the final.
I wondered how you just managed to remember that so easily.
How could I forget? Yeah, so Germany looking to freeze up against the Italian stone the button. Want to get past the yellow for starters, though. It's going to come close, which I think it's just going to nibble it. It does. So Italy, I'm sure they don't want to leave that yellow stone there. It's a bit of a danger stone for them. It can be driven back onto the yellow in the ring, so shot maybe just to get to the slight inside, try and put it to the right hand side of the yellow in the rings, but it's a risky shot. You don't want to be wide and jam it.
Just for a moment, you're not going to be with us commentating during the Olympic Games. You have other missions awaiting you. But just a word about Rachel Homan, who looks like the hot favourite for it. You played her a fair amount. What can you do to beat her?
Well, Rachel is by far, I would say, there's Alina Pats, Anna Hasselberg, but this season I would say she is the best team in the world, and I don't know what you can do to beat her just now. She really is, she's on fire. Right now she is at the top of the standings, along with Kerry Einarsson at the trials. Kerry Einarsson's actually unbeaten and Rachel has dropped one game. So I'm sure it'll be that match-up in the final. And she's got to win the trials to get to the games, though.
Okay, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves in that
absolutely
sense.
Not.
But the way she's been playing so far this season, by far the best. I mean, I think she's met the Swiss more than once in a big game and won.
They've played each other at the last three finals of Grand Slam events, and Rachel's come out on top every single time. So, yeah, it's going to be tough to beat her, that's for sure.
And the Scottish team, they've got to be there. But if they play like they did when we witnessed them a little earlier, then they can play better than that, though, we know that.
Yeah, they can indeed.
Yeah.
Not what they're after, trying to drive that red onto yellow. Got the angles wrong. Italy not going to leave that red there, though. Try and get it on the inside, take it out, push it past their own yellow. Is the call with this next shot.
Yeah, a few more stones in play this end.
Got to get the line right in this. You can't afford to be wide and drive it onto her own shot.
Yes.
At the moment, that's what it's doing, but it's starting to swing now.
Line looks very good. Little flop to the right.
Lovely, lovely.
Nice shot.
Beauty.
Just going back to what happened to the Scottish girls this morning, they were playing Switzerland, and the new Swiss team, Hurleman, not Alina Pats, not Tirinzoni. And the score was, what was it in the end? 8-3, I think it was. And what happened in the fifth end? Scotland lost a 5. Rebecca Morrison lost a rag. She was not pleased. A couple of mistakes, though, and that was it. But the fact is, I think, the Scottish team weren't really performing the way they could. It wasn't just that one shot.
Poor tactics that end as well, Richard. They left 3 yellows right across the front of the 12-foot, and they were trying to come around them, and just a real dog's breakfast.
Should have given them a blast earlier on.
Should have done. Should have done.
Talked about it. If in doubt, give it a blast.
I love the shot from Germany.
Beauty.
Freezing right onto the button. That's not going anywhere fast. Maybe see a little split from Italy. They could play a split in their own yellow, just kind of open it up a little bit. Looking at maybe driving red guard back into the pack.
Oh, she wants others to assess it with her. Could take a time out, of course. See the clock running against. There's still almost 25 minutes. Just about halfway through the game. They had those 30 minutes, 38 minutes of thinking time at the beginning. There we are, just a brief discussion. And what is the result of it?
Well, it's a team decision, Richard. They're going to open things up. I think that's the call.
I think drive red guard. Either drive it back into the pack or just the straight peel. Straight peel could be the call. It's probably the right call.
They have last stone, Richard. They're 2-1 up. They don't want to get in a real mess, stones lying everywhere, so try and play a simple game if possible. Just asking if she hits the red guard on the stone back right. Where will it lie? What shot?
Mattis to play. Lives in Switzerland. Don't ask.
Just close to the back yellow. That's gone over, I think. Yep.
Remind me of the rule in curling about whether or not you are, allowed to play for a different nation from the one you're. Well, we'll talk about it in just a second. Nationalities, yeah. So let's just concentrate on this shot for a moment here, as Abbas sends this rock down on the in-turn. Okay, it's on its way. The green light's been shown. That's a legal shot, therefore she had to let go of it before the hog line, and did so. Had one of those rocks taken off. I mean, if watching the German men, it was Felix Metzensail, the brother of Sari here. What about that as a finish?
It's okay.
It's ended up in a nice spot.
Italy can drive red onto yellow, Richard, and tidy up the right-hand side of play a little, if they so wish.
Well, we were talking a little while ago about nationalities and, if you like, swapping one nation for another, and it's Mattis who plays for Italy, although she was definitely Swiss. What's the story? Know the inside story of that, and what is the rule?
Yeah, so you can't have represented the country, I think it's 2 years prior, and then you can nationality switch, but obviously you need a passport for that country. And we do know that she has an Italian passport. I'm not sure which relative or how. Maybe she lived in Italy, I don't know. But she has represented Switzerland, but it was several years ago at the World Juniors. I know it's slightly different when it comes to the Olympic Games, because within my new role and with the British Olympic Association, we have quite a few athletes that are changing nationality to British, and it needs to go through the IOC board and has to get okayed and ratified before they're able to compete for Team GB.
And what's the minimum requirement, number of years living in Britain, playing for a British team? What is it?
Yeah, and you also need to. It can be living in the country. Have a relative as well that's part of, has that nationality.
Yeah.
The amount of years in terms of living in the country, or I'm not 100% sure on that. But you need to have some connection to the country.
Have you tried to get into Scotland, Richard, to get into the senior paddleball team?
They wouldn't let me across the border, David.
Hadrian's Wall again.
Hadrian's Wall, got in the way. I got as far as North Yorkshire just the other day. Started snowing, I turned back.
Oh, a nice guard coming down.
Yeah, nice shot. So Italy going to play the draw, I think. Try and play around the right-hand side, try and nibble the button if they can. Even if they're slightly shorter, they can maybe use it with their next one, a little tap-up. But they don't want to leave a double take-out, that's for sure.
There's Uli having a word. It's allowed. What's he saying? What's the direction? Yeah?
I think just speaking about stones to come, maybe if they do this, then we should maybe think about doing this. And
yeah, move the red onto the yellow, possibly, Eve, to bring it into play. Don't wait too long.
Yeah, you can see half of it on the left-hand side,
Yeah.
I think, Dave.
There is a yellow on the left. They can come off onto it also. So maybe discussing options with these young girls.
Interesting that, with Uli so close, the coach so close to the action, he could call every shot, couldn't he?
I guess in hindsight he could, yes.
I'll
Take a
tell you
bit of
what.
time up on the clock, mind you, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm not sure. He speaks pretty quickly and directly. But now it's not a German player, it's Constantini for Italy. Just a reminder, in case you weren't sure, she is a reigning champion in mixed doubles with Amos Mosina, who's here with the men's four as well. Looking for another medal. Will it be another bronze for the Italian team? I wouldn't be surprised. Are they good at that?
Looks a little wide, this one.
Heavy as well, I think. Dave, is it? Well, maybe not, sorry. Yeah, I think it is. I think they've decided they're going to take it back. They don't want to leave it in a position that Germany can play the freeze. Yeah, I think if Germany put one there, as much as Italy will still be lying short, Not sure there's any way she can score two.
Io anche.
Force the one.
Rein theoretisch über den, der ist bockschwer, aber sie hat ihn.
That's got to be a pretty good shot, though, from Suter to make that happen. You can draw in, I guess. There's enough room to do that, just about.
I think she's
Or put it a little bit short of those who are right in the centre of the rings.
She's got to be careful, Richard. There's a lot of stones hanging around in the rings here, so doesn't want to open up her reds in any way. So the freeze in, as Eve says, just at the edge of the button there would be ideal.
Yeah, there's the brush hit. She's going to send this stone of hers out wide. But a good curl on the ice, and it'll swing back in. Hopefully, even touching the pot lid there, the little white circle in the middle.
Might be playing the guard, maybe. It's another option. If she threw the guard, I'm not sure.
Block that side.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't be heavy, be light, if anything.
Italy already short of one here, and still one shot to come. So whatever you do, just
Tight line.
block the way in on this side. Nothing doing on the other side of the ice by the looks of it for Germany, or rather for Italy.
It's not really done anything, Richard. She just covered the path of the stone. So it could have even been right out on the logo,
Siamo sciotte.
and it would have stopped.
Se ci appoggiamo sulla gialla siamo sciotte.
Yeah, somewhere, anywhere but where it is, really. Out front, to
Could
the
have
right
gone down
hand
the other
side.
side, couldn't she, actually? Down the left-hand side there. Huh?
Yeah, she could have even played a little tap, but then it's going to expose the red.
So on the last stone of the end, she has to just bite the edge of the white area. Can just check in a little off her own yellow. The
Why
back
wouldn't they have
left of
looked?
red if possible?
Why would they not have looked? The Germans are coming down the other side and just tapping their own red on a little bit, no?
Yeah, then would release the Italian stone behind it, so then
Yeah.
it would expose the German stone a little more.
Okay, yeah.
Right now, the Italian stone was probably helping them because it was making it harder for them to get it out of there.
It's experience, Richard. As they get more experience, they'll call these big shots.
This potentially for a second shot then for the Italians. That would do nice. There's that strange action here. It's like an old steam train coming down.
And it's not going to make it.
Disappointing. But it's one. I was talking about the action, not the player, by the way, the steam train. Just to make that clear.
Chi è arrivato? 14.
So that's the halfway point. They're going to take a little break here, and it's the Italians in the lead against this young German team in this European Championship.